If you are going to be on Instagram, Reels, Stories, and Carousels should all be a part of your strategy. Lately, I've been doubling down on carousels. I took a break, now I'm back. So I just wanted to share an updated look into my own carousel strategy, including trends that I'm seeing with carousels on Instagram this year, the formula I always follow for carousels, and the hack I swear by for creating a month of carousels. So in terms of carousel trends that I'm seeing, there's really two trends, and they are literally the complete opposite of each other. The first is very curated, very designed, very aesthetic, very eye-catching carousels. There's branded elements like fonts, colors, things that are layered, there's lots of visual elements, and they really stand out on your feed. And then we have something that is kind of like photo dump adjacent. Photo dumps have been on Instagram and honestly haven't gone away for years, where you're essentially adding in a series of photos or videos from a period of time, a moment, an event, or your month or week. And it's kind of a take on that, but you're adding in maybe one or two lines of very minimal text. It gives I natively just put this together really quickly, we're super casual about it. The key is to lock in the format that makes the most sense for your strategy. I wouldn't necessarily recommend meshing the two because the vibes are totally different. The easiest way to decide is the more curated design route is definitely something that you're going to want to have support with. Whether you're investing in a template, you're working with a designer, which is what I personally do, or you are a design pro yourself. These are going to take more effort and a higher skill set versus the more photo dump adjacent types of carousels. You honestly can create them natively within the Instagram app. You can create them in any tool very easily without a huge skill set. This is perfect if you want to add in more carousels, but you want to DIY it yourself. In terms of the type of content you're sharing in your carousels, definitely kind of the day in the life, behind the scenes recaps are really popular, especially with the more photo dump style ones. But honestly, I've seen it on the more design heavy route where it's almost like a visual scrapbook. The next is kind of a roundup or a curation of information, favorites, something like that. Or of course, it can be more value-based content. Maybe you're sharing a thought leadership point of view, maybe you're sharing something educational, something inspirational, something that people might want to save or share or reference later. The key to seeing success with carousels is to follow this formula for deciding on what you put on each slide. The first slide is the most important one because it is the first thing people see, and it really is going to determine, are they going to swipe through the carousel or are they going to swipe past the carousel? This should be your strongest hook. And I really don't think this needs to be more than 1 to 2 lines because you want them to spend more time for more information, not to get it all on the first slide. In addition to, if we're thinking about how your carousels are going to look on your grid, we don't want it to be a bunch of text and information that just feels busy and people can't even preview what it's going to be about. So it should have very strong visuals, whether it's on the feed, it's on your grid, or it's on the explore page. Does it stand out? Do I know exactly what it's going to be about? And am I interested enough to keep going? You want to speak very clearly to a very specific person and maybe try something a little bit unexpected. I think the 5 tips or 5 ways or how to do X, Y, and Z is so overdone. So you want it to be very clear, but you should essentially answer in that first slide, why should I keep swiping? You don't want to give away all the goods on the first slide. Then when it comes to the second slide, this is the second most important thing because it's almost like your second hook. A really important note with carousels, specifically on Instagram, is Instagram is going to push them back into people's feeds if they spent a little bit of time on it, but they kept scrolling. They're going to recirculate it and give your carousel another chance. So not only should it build on the first slide, but it also should be able to stand alone on its own. In terms of the main slides, they really just need to build on top of each other. They should tell a story. There should be a natural flow and progression so you don't make it to slide 3 or 4 and totally dip out of the carousel. This is where most of your information, context, and valuable bits are going to go. And honestly, if you're doing a photo dump style carousel, you really only need a few sections of text, some context, some information, some great visuals, and that's where you'll leave it. But if you're wanting to amp up the design a little bit, this is where you're wanting to add in visuals, diagrams, examples, and information that's really going to build on each main point. Even if you're sharing three things, like three core things in your carousel, know that you don't need to limit those to 3 slides. It's okay to keep people wanting a little bit more. And as you're wrapping up your carousel, your ending slide should encourage action. So of course, this can be something strategic like a call to action to your link in bio, to comment a keyword to get a DM automation. But I feel like not enough people are thinking about their final slide as like the grand finale. The person that made it all the way to the final slide, how can you get them to spend even more time leaving a comment, liking it, or even more importantly, especially right now, reposting or sharing the carousel? It's essentially one of the best ways to get more reach and engagement on that post. So I kind of like to use my last slide as almost like a mic drop moment of like, you swipe through this whole thing, you end it, and you're like, wow, that honestly was so good. I want to repost this. I want to share about it. I want to continue in this conversation. So now that we've talked about kind of the flow that your carousel should have, the design, the types of content you can use in your carousels, I want to share the workflow that I have been loving for adding in more carousels to my Instagram strategy. And this allows me to create a month of carousels in literally like an hour. The first thing we're going to start with is the idea for your carousel. So sometimes in my notes app, when I have an idea that I'm like testing out, that I maybe want to build on a little bit more, that I want to experiment with, I will have like a stream of consciousness dump in my notes app. And essentially I'll put all of my ideas in there. Maybe sometimes I'll like actually voice annotate it so I truly get in a flow. The other way, which is honestly what I've been doing more often than not, is I love to pull from existing content that I want to repurpose. Mostly that is long form. So emails, Substack articles, and my transcript for my YouTube videos, those have been my favorite places to actually build my carousels from. Like almost all of my carousels that I posted in an entire month were from repurposed content. Then I like to use a little bit of help with AI. I love using Claude for more copywriting based things and repurposing. I essentially have an entire space in Claude that's like trained on my brand voice and how I speak and how I talk about content. And I have an entire conversation that I use just for creating carousels. So I would pick an AI tool that you really like and kind of train it on your brand voice, maybe carousels you've created in the past, or just give them information that you're getting from this video of things you want to have in your carousel to make it really strong. I also like to lead with like, what is the angle that I want for this carousel? What is the call to action? Especially when you're pulling from longer pieces of content, when there's tons to talk about and pull from in one video, how can we give it a little bit of focus? And then essentially I drop in that stream of consciousness idea, or I drop in what I'm repurposing. So like a Substack article or my transcript from Descript for YouTube videos or something like that. And I let it do the work for me. Since the first 2 slides are the most important, this is usually where I'll go in and manually reiterate. I like to review everything, of course. It's really just giving me a starting point for the overall flow and distribution on each of my slides. And then from there, we go into the design phase. And so for me, like I said, I work with a designer. So I essentially give the copy that I want for each design. And we are keeping it consistent among my branding and the other carousels designs that I've done. I've tried more minimal designs, and I honestly think just the more curated vibe just works really well for my brand and also just my industry. But if you're not delegating to a team, this is a really great opportunity to go in whatever you're designing your carousel with. Ideally, set up a template, make it really easy, where you have your sections, where you have your images, swap out the images, add in your text to the fields, and you have a carousel ready to post. I like to think of carousels as something that complement my entire Instagram strategy, but they aren't what's holding it up. That's really my videos, my stories, other things that really have a bigger impact. So keeping carousels as low effort as possible allows me to easily sprinkle one in weekly to get the diversity of types of content, have a good look to my grid. I feel like carousels just add that like chef's kiss element, whether it's like a personal connection point with you or if it's like that branded element. And I just feel like they complement your reels and other types of content so well. And it allows you to stretch your content even more, because the way someone might consume content in an article or in a YouTube video or even in a reel is totally different than doing it in a carousel. It really is one of those things that if you're doing Instagram, it is a must for you. So I hope this gave you some ideas on how you can design your carousels, what you can create your carousels about, and most importantly, how to actually create them so they get lots lots of engagement. If you haven't already watched my video on Instagram stories, I highly recommend watching that video next.